Hello everyone. In this video we will discuss what is transitive closure of a given connected graph and how to generate transitive closure for a given connected graph using Warshall's algorithm. Then let us see what is the transition closure definition for any given directed graph. Then the transitive closure of a directed graph with n vertices can be defined as the n by n Boolean matrix T equal to T of ij, in which the element in the ith row where I is greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to n, and the jth column where j is greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to n is 1 if there exists a non-trivial directed path from the ith vertex to the jth vertex, otherwise T of ij is 0. Then below diagram shows one directed graph. Then first convert this directed graph into its adjacency matrix, and from this adjacency matrix you can generate the transitive closure. Then for example, in this given directed graph 4 vertices are there, a, b, c and d, and with the connected edges. From this connected edges generate its adjacency matrix. Then the adjacency matrix for this 4 vertices is a 4 by 4 resultant adjacency matrix, as adjacency matrix A is equal to a b c d a b c d. There is no self loop from a to a, that's why put the value as the 0. There is the edge from a to b, there is a directed edge from a to b, that's why put the value as the 1. There is no any edge from a to c, make it as 0. Similarly, there is no any direct connected edge to the d, that's why put the value as the 0. Similarly, from b to a, b to a no edge 0, b to b 0, b to c 0, and b to d there is a path 1. Similarly, from c to a 0, c to b 0, c to c 0 and c to d 0. That is nothing but there is no outgoing path or the outgoing edge from the vertex c. Similarly, from d to a 1, d to b 0, d to c 1 and d to d 0. This is how to convert your any given connected directed graph into its adjacency matrix. Then once you generate the adjacency matrix for your graph, provide this adjacency matrix as a input for the Warshall's algorithm to generate the transitive closure, and this is an resultant transitive closure T. Then let us see how to generate Warshall's algorithm. Then Warshall's algorithm used for computing the transitive closure of a directed graph. Then here is an example, or here is an algorithm, Warshall's algorithm to generate transitive closure for any given directed graph. Then the algorithm Warshall's, and the input for the Warshall's algorithm is any adjacency matrix A for any given directed graph with n vertices. The input for this Warshall's algorithm is the adjacency matrix A of a directed graph with n vertices, and the output from the Warshall's algorithm is the transitive closure of the diagram. Then initially you don't know what is the transitive closure, that's why you have to initialize the resultant transitive closure equal to adjacency matrix, that is R0 equal to A, and A is the adjacency matrix of that given directed graph. Initially you don't know, that's why you have to initialize the resultant transitive closure is equal to adjacency matrix. Then for k is equal to 1 to n, for I is equal to 1 to n, and for j is equal to 1 to n, you have to find out the path in the resultant matrix, that is Rk of ij, that is the path in path from I to j in the next resultant matrix or in the next transitive closure equal to if there is a path from I to j, if there is a direct path from I to j in the previous adjacency matrix, then you can directly choose the value 1. Otherwise, if there is no direct path, then you have to check through which vertex there is a path possible from I to j, that is from the previous adjacency matrix R k minus 1 is the previous adjacency matrix, and in this you have to check if there is any path through the vertex k, that is from I to k and from R of k minus 1 from k to j. If there is a direct path from I to j, then you have to initialize it to the path to the next level. Otherwise, if there is a path from any other vertices, like from I to k and from k to j, that you have to find out, and that you have to put the value 1 into the resultant matrix. Repeatedly perform it for all possible through all the vertices in the given connected graph. Then finally it will generate the resultant transitive closure and return this resultant transitive closure Rn for the n vertices. Okay, and this is the resultant matrix. Then let us see one example or apply the Warshall's algorithm for this given directed graph with the 4 vertices and the connecting edges. Then first you have to convert this diagram into a adjacency matrix, and you have to provide this adjacency matrix as an input for the Warshall's algorithm. And once you have to provide this adjacency matrix as an input for the Warshall's algorithm, it will generate the transitive closure T that looks like this. Then let us see how Warshall's algorithm works. Then initially you don't know what is the transitive closure, that's why you have to consider the adjacency matrix itself as the resultant matrix. Then here in this example I consider resultant matrix as a 0 or the transitive closure 0 with the adjacency matrix. Okay. Like here, initially I don't know what is the transitive closure, that's why I consider the adjacency matrix itself as the resultant matrix, that is R0 is equal to like this. Then from this, now we want to find out all the possible path from the vertex A. That's why you have to consider through the vertex A, you have to find out all the possible path. That's why you have to consider the first column and first row that is connected through the vertex A. Then from this first column and first row, or this is called as through vertex A, there is you have to identify where is the direct path is possible, that is from A to A is 0, B to A is 0, C to A is 0, but when it comes to D to A, there is a path exists as a 1. That's why we have to consider D to A is equal to 1. Then now we have to consider from the vertex A, that is from A to A 0 and A to B 1. A to B is equal to 1. Then from this it's clear that there is a path from D to A is equal to 1, and from the path from A to B is equal to 1. Then now we can say that there is a edge possible, or there is a path possible from D to B by D to B through the vertex A. That's hence we have to say that there is a path from D to B through the vertex A, because there is a path from D to A is equal to 1, and from the path A to B is equal to 1, hence there is a path from D to B is equal to 1. Then in this resultant matrix you will get the new path from D to B as equal to 1. Then when you have to insert the D to B is equal to 1 into the resultant matrix 0, it will results into the new resultant matrix as a R1. Then R0 is converted as R1 as shown in this here, and here you will get the new value from D to B as a 1, that is shown in the bold, value. That is from the previous you will get the new value from D to B as the 1. Then next check what are the possible paths from through the vertex B. Then now you are considering the mediator vertex as the B, that's why you have to consider the second column and second row that represent the vertex B, and you have to identify all the possible path through the vertex B. Then from A to B there is a path 1, and from B to D there is a path 1, hence there is a path from A to D is equal to 1. Similarly from D to B is 1, and from B to D is 1, hence there is a path from D to D is equal to 1. Then through vertex B you will get the new values are from A to D is equal to 1 and from D to D is equal to 1. Then put these values A to D is equal to 1 and D to D is equal to 1 in this resultant matrix R1, and it will generate the new matrix as shown in R2, and the new values are shown in bold as 1 and 1. There is the path from A to D is equal to 1, and there is a path from D to D is equal to 1. Then you will get the resultant matrix as a R2. Then Next you have to check which are the paths possible through the vertex C. That's why you have to consider the third column and third row. With this you have to find out all the possible path through the vertex C. But here in this D to C there is a path 1, but there is no path from C to others. That is C to A is 0, C to B is 0, C to C is 0 and C to D is 0. That indicates there is no path possible from C to others. Hence the resultant R3 remains same as R2. There is no change in R3 and it remains same as R2. Then now check the possible paths from the vertex D or through the vertex D. Then through the vertex D and from the resultant matrix 3, it's clear that there is a path from A to path from A to D. Now you have to find out all the possible paths through vertex D. Then consider the fourth column and fourth row. Only consider these values and don't consider the remaining values, those not your rectangled. Then from this last column and last row, it is great that it is possible that there is a path from A to D is equal to 1 and there is a path from D to A is equal to 1. That's why there is a path from A to A is equal to 1. Similarly, there is a path from A to D is equal to 1 and there is a path from D to B is equal to 1. Hence there is a path from A to B is equal to 1. Similarly, there is a path from A to D is equal to 1 and from D to C it is 1. Hence there is a path from A to C is equal to 1. Similarly, there is a path from A to D is 1 and the path from D to D is 1. Hence there is a path from A to D is equal to 1. Similarly, there is a path from B to D is equal to 1 and D to A is equal to 1. Hence B to A is equal to 1. There is a path from B to D is equal to 1, B to D is equal to 1 and D to B is equal to 1. Hence there is a path from B to B is equal to 1. Similarly, there is a path from B to D is equal to 1 and there is a path from D to C is equal to 1. Hence there is a path from B to C is equal to 1. Finally, there is a path from B to D is equal to 1 and there is a path from D to D is equal to 1. Hence there is a path from B to D is equal to 1. Then once you apply this, when you will get the new values of AA, AB, AC, AD and BA, BB, BC and BD, and when you enter these values into the resultant matrix R3, it will result into new matrix as a R4. Then finally, resultant matrix R4 is a transitive closure for above given diagram.